Hi guys! So what I'm doing today is I'm going to be depotting and rearranging my Urban Decay Vice Limited Reloaded palettes, and I've already done it and filmed it, and this is the result. I'll insert a picture of what the original looked like, but I basically just popped out all the shadows and rearranged them in color families that made sense and glued them back in. And I wanted to show you how to depot things from these thick plastic heavy duty palettes. And if you want to put them back in, you can put them back in a different order, or you can pop them in an empty magnetic palette. This is one I made my own out of magnetic tape and a watercolor palette. And I, again, am still trying to get used to this new tripod and figure out how to get the best angles with it. So I'm sorry if things aren't straight on. I tried really hard to get everything in there for you, and I hope you find this video and the information in it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Let's get started.
So first, I'm taking a makeup spatula I have and putting into the edge of the pan and gently prying, and I was a little too rough on this particular shadow, so later on I'm going to show you how to repair broken shadows. So I just dumped out all of the shadow from that, and on the next one I put my fingers on top of the shadow to kind of hold it still and hold it stable as I was prying, and I gently pried. It took forever. So the rest of them I've sped up, and I popped it out whole. And all of this without using a lighter. It's just prying against the adhesive. You just want to go slow and be gentle, and it'll come out nice and easy, and the shadow will not be damaged at all. And you want to repeat this step for every shadow in the palette, and takes quite a while to get it done if you're going nice and slow, but it's worth the effort in the end. At least I think so. And I got my makeup spatula along with a palette off of Amazon, just a little medical palette that I use for foundation and stuff. I can, I'm sure, find it and link it if you would like, but if you don't care, I'm not going to put in the effort. But it's just from Amazon. It was really cheap. It was like $7 or something ridiculously inexpensive for the set. And I found it really handy when it comes to depotting, to have that spatula. I'm not sure what other tool you would use if you didn't have the spatula, but there's the empty palette, and there are the shadows, and I'm going to show you how to fix that one. So we're taking some alcohol. I have alcohol in a spray bottle for sanitizing, and we're crushing up the shadow, just really demolishing the crap out of it and pouring some alcohol in there. And I do accidentally pour in a little too much. That was my fault. It got too moist and I spilled everywhere. But you just mix that in with the crushed up shadow. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry, my hand's in the way. And as you can see, it turns into this sort of paste. And then you take that paste and just cleaning up the chunks here. And you take that paste and you press it and smooth it out and make it look nice and pretty and nice and even. And then you take a tissue or a paper towel and just press out the extra moisture and do that a couple of times, and you can use a coin or a spatula, whatever you want that's like smooth and flat and hard, and that is your repressed shadow. I know it's got a couple lines in it, but it's all back together. So now I'm just taking the shadows and rearranging them by color the way I would like to see them laid out in the palette. And that takes a little bit of time, so I sped it up. And then I am going to be taking them in that exact order that I decide, and taking super glue and gluing them in. So I'm just showing you the amount of glue that I am putting on the back of each shadow. A pretty generous amount because I do not want these to fall back out, and just pop them in wherever you would like them. Now, I haven't depotted a palette and glued the shadows back in and depotted it again, so I'm not sure how easy it is to pry them up after you super glue them back in. But this is the most secure way, I know, and I want my shadows to be secure. So I chose super glue as my adhesive. Maybe not the smartest choice if you think you want to rearrange it or depot them in the future, but if you want them to be secure, that's what you choose. And this is the completed palette. I think it turned out really good. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you next time. Bye.